Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, I wanted to introduce you to one of the club's newest services, and that is UI UX audits. So the goal of these audits are to identify issues and increase customer trust. I'm just going to quickly work my way down through this product page that you see here on my screen. And hopefully this will give you a clearer picture of what all this service entails. This came about after having numerous requests over the years to, can you check the checkout process? Can you make a successful purchase? Things of that nature, and recording videos for clients, showing them what I see, giving them advice, that sort of thing, and giving it to them in a raw format, meaning not holding back anything, just giving them my initial, gut reaction and that sort of thing to what I am seeing live, rather than sugarcoating it and blowing smoke up their butt and all that sort of thing. It's like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I think I should see. This is what I think your customers should see, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and work our way through this product page, and hopefully you'll see the value in this. And, even if you feel like you're good to go, maybe pass this along to somebody else that you think could benefit from this. And if you are a MyListing Club Care Plan client, or you are a Managed MyListing client, you can request one of these audits every quarter. Okay, so just throw that in a sonnet and I will look at it for you. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on here. So the quickest way to have potential customers question your business is to present them with a janky website. What I mean by that is a customer comes to your website for the first time. There's misspellings. The design is terrible. It's slow as can be. There's no clear call to action. It's hard to navigate. All those sorts of things. They might just bounce. Like they just don't trust you. They won't trust you. They're just going to bounce, and they may never return again. So it's very important that you have that's all of these things that I'm about to talk about, lined up, working well, looking great, that sort of thing. All right. UI UX audits are critical for understanding how customers experience your website and how successful they are in their customer journey. This goes along again with those calls to action, the navigation and all that. Are you asking them the right questions? Are you clear in those questions? Are you keeping it simple, straight to the point? Once they follow those call to actions, are they able to get where you want them to go and where they need to go, okay, to be successful in their customer journey? I'll interact with your website from a customer's perspective, recording the entire process. You'll get my immediate and raw reactions, advice, and actionable items. So like I said earlier, I'm going to hit your site. I'm going to hit the record button. It's going to be live, and I'm not going to hold anything back. It's not to mean I'm going to be cruel or anything like that, or it's just you're going to get my raw reaction, like, whoa, that's not what I expected, or oh, that's really great. But more of it is going to be a critique versus saying things are great, because that's kind of a waste of time. It's more valuable to find out what I think is wrong. But if there's something that stands out to me that I think you're really doing great and that should be brought to your attention, I'm going to have a hard time holding back. I'm going to say great job on that sort of stuff. All right, so I'll just quickly run through these. These are subject to change. I quickly threw these boxes up as the first things that came to mind that I could check for people and what I have checked for people in the past. I might combine some of these. I might add new ones, take some away, that sort of thing. So this is what I have so far. Navigation. Do you have navigation in place? Is it easy to navigate your site? Does it make sense from an SEO standpoint? Like, how are you doing your navigation? Calls to action, are they clear, concise? Are they simple or not too complex, too hard to understand? Giving people clear calls to actions, super important. So that's things like, buttons, pop-ups, things like that. Login, register. If in my journey I am required to log in or register to do certain things, how does that look? How does that function? If I'm going to add a listing, if I'm able to add a listing to your site, how does that flow look? Does it look wonky? Does it look like the design needs to be updated a little bit? Does the What happens after I submit a listing, that sort of thing. Messages as I go along. Do the messages make sense? Am I seeing messages that I feel like I should be seeing? Am I getting messages that I feel like I shouldn't be seeing? Forms, if you've got forms on your site, do the forms work? Do they make sense? Do I get some sort of a reply that says that the form was successful? That sort of thing. Performance, I'm not going to deep dive into performance in these, but I'll be able to tell right away, if things are fast, if they're slow, if they're faster in some areas, slower than others. It's like the usability that I test, rather than running performance testing tools against your site. Okay, so that's that. Accessibility. Is it just blatantly obvious that you've got accessibility issues? The colors are going to be, contrast is going to be hard to read. It's going to make it hard to read text. Does the text have certain size issues? Things of that nature. Is it hard to navigate with just a keyboard in some spots? Key areas. Policies. Do you have policies? Which ones do you have? Are they, do they make sense? I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but I can tell, like, at a high level, like, if the stuff is in there that kind of needs to be in there. Design. How does the design strike me? Is it hideous? Is it are things out of alignment, or things of that nature? You can tell pretty quickly, if a design could really use some help. Grammar. Am I seeing a lot of spelling errors, grammar errors? Does it just your site, the wording just sound untrustworthy, basically? Color scheme kind of goes along with design. Does it make sense? Does it look crazy? Like, do you have bright greens and bright reds, stacked next to each other? If it's not a Christmas website, that doesn't make much sense. Things like that. Explorer pages, how do they function? How do they look? Do they work? If there's a map, does the map work? Things like that. Checkout, if I'm doing like the ad listing flow, or if you have products that you're selling, how does the checkout process look and work, and the cart and things like that. Account dashboard, if I'm logging in, do I get a dashboard? What's in that dashboard? Am I seeing things I shouldn't be seeing? Am I not seeing what I should? Things of that nature. Monetization, does anything strike me as a glaring issue as far as what you're missing out on monetization wise? Or maybe I think the pricing is just absurd, things like that. Permalinks, like listings and things like that. What does the permanent link structure look like? Could it be improved? That sort of thing. Links, if you have links on your website, especially for those that are external, are they opening in new tabs versus taking people off of your website? Are they no follow? If they are like a sponsor link or affiliate link, are those properly being set up that way? That sort of thing. Images. Are the images, they just don't make any sense? They look out of place. Are they not of high quality? Are they fuzzy? Are the sizes of the images you're using incorrect? Things like that. CSS, where are you loading CSS? For performance reasons, I look at that. See how and where you're loading your CSS. Meta, like with listings, or just the meta for your site in general, like looking at some of that and seeing if there could be some improvements. And like I said, there's probably more to come as I do more and more of these, like officially as a service. I'll get feedback and I'll just see things. Some things will come up that I just noticed, like, hey, I should audit this next time for somebody. I'm gonna put this down, and I'll keep these boxes updated just so you know what's in here. All right, how it works, super simple. Request the audit. There's a little request. Click this request button link right there. Fill out the form. Step 2, just wait for me to complete the audit. And then step 3, you're going to get the video. You can just watch it, get my advice, my reactions, and that sort of thing. And then, take action on that, the stuff that's in that video. All right, so let's get through these FAQs, and we'll get you out of here. Why conduct a UI UX audit? As website owners, we get so wrapped up in building our website and business that it's easy to let It's easy to let things slip through the cracks. Sometimes you need another set of unbiased eyes to review your website. Now, I'm that way myself, like building, whether it's building starter sites, sites for clients, or even my own websites. You get so wrapped up in everything that you're doing. Sometimes you just need someone else to look at what you're doing and offer some advice and insight as to what they're saying, because sometimes we're too close to our projects and we're not seeing the bigger picture or even the smaller things that have been overlooked. Okay. Who better to review your website than someone who knows Elementor and the MyListing theme inside and out? So there's people out there that can do UI, UX audits. They're professionals in design and things like that, but they don't know MyListing and they may not know Elementor. So you've got me that knows both of those things, and that's what I work with on a daily basis. So that is a bonus for having me do it. What does the audit include? Anyone who pays for the service, okay, I messed this up. So I'm going to change the setting. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Who qualifies for this audit is what this should say. And it's anyone who pays for the service, obviously. And those covered under one of the following services can request a complimentary audit every quarter. So I already mentioned that. Anyone that's a current managed MyListing client or a current MyListing website care client. Now, onto the real one. What does the audit include? UI UX audit. I'll interact with your website from a customer's perspective, recording the entire process. Audit recording. I'll then supply you with the recording. How long will I have access to the recording? You can view your recording for up to 1 month after I complete your audit. Can I download the video recording? No. However, nothing stops you from recording your screen while you're watching my video playback. Okay. The last thing I'll say there, the goal is to light a fire under you to act on any of my observations and recommendations I make. What happens a lot of times when you allow people to download things like this, they'll download it, they'll forget it's there, they'll put it off for 6 months, and then by that time you have to do another audit again. Things have changed, things are outdated, or you just forget that it's there, and you could have ruined your customer trust by that point. So that's why it's really important to light this fire under people to get this stuff done and not just sit on it. Okay. How does the process work? Book your audit. Audits are typically completed within 1 to 3 business days, but often the same day. You will receive an email with the recording of your audit. Can I request that you place a priority on certain areas? Yes. There will be a notes section when you book your audit, so feel free to add some details there. Let me know if there are any areas I should concentrate on so I can look at those at the beginning of your audit. So if you've got something like, Ryan, I really need you to check my ad listing flow, that is priority number 1. That'll be the very first thing in the video, that I do as part of the audit, just to make sure that however much time you purchased for your audit, I'll make sure that gets in there, okay? Can I request that you look at something specific? Yes, same thing. There's going to be an area in the form. Just tell me if you want something specific to look at. Doesn't necessarily have to have a priority, but it's like, hey, I want you to look at these, these top 5 things. Kind of similar to priority, but a little different than priority, or priorities. You're saying, hey, I really want this at the very top of the list. Can you test the purchasing processes on my website? Yes. If any of your products have a cost, you must supply me with a 100% off coupon before the audit. There will be a field to enter a coupon code when you book your audit. So again, supply me with a 100% off coupon that I can use throughout the entire audit process. It's good if you don't put any limitations on that coupon. Just obviously for good reason, make it a complex coupon code if you want to share with me, but don't put any restrictions on it. Make it as a one purchase limit or a one product limit or that sort of thing. You can, but I just recommend you don't, especially if you have multiple things for me to test and purchase. Because as part of that audit process, if I get stuck and I can't make a purchase because I have to put in payment information, that portion of the audit is not going to take place. Okay, so give me a coupon code that is wide open if you can, and then once the audit's done, just revoke it. I'm not going to go buy anything from your website and try to use it for free. That's not the point of this. It's just, I don't want to hit any points of the audit where I have to stop the video because I can't buy something and then contact you and then go back. I hope that makes sense. Should I be concerned about privacy? Yes. However, rest assured that I take privacy seriously and adhere to the following. I'll never share anything about you or your website. You will not be automatically subscribed to anything. As a security professional, I follow security-minded best practices. Are you affiliated with the official MyListing development team? No, I am a customer myself and obviously an advocate for the theme. All right, guys. I hope you see the potential value in this. And hope to see some of you guys sign up. And I just really think it's super important to get that trust right off the bat from your customers. Okay, and it's not just a set it and forget it thing. Like if you run this, have me run this audit for you. Like tomorrow, for example, I would set a calendar date and I would run it again. 6 months or a year from now. Whatever, once every quarter, to really stay on top of that, because we all know, we use Elementor, we know things can break quite rapidly, or there's MyListing updates that come up that could change things, plugins that you add, anything with your infrastructure can break things. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong. So I definitely would recommend having somebody do one of these audits on a routine basis. All right. Hope all is well, and I will catch you on the next one.